Every autumn, when the leaves on the trees are flecked with gold and the wind begins to howl into the quiet nights, it's best to wrap up warm in a cozy blanket, sip a cup of warm hot chocolate, and watch Over the Garden Wall. The perfect autumnal companion, Cartoon Network's 10-part miniseries, or chaptered film depending on how you watch it, captures the spirit of the spirit-filled season disgustingly well. From its atmosphere to its soundtrack, everything about the series immerses you in its world. And this makes the series timeless, a yearly treat that can be enjoyed over and over again, each time letting you pick up on something new. It was my most recent rewatch, however, that I really appreciated the character of Wirt and what the series does with him over the course of his character arc. And the one scene that really cemented this to me is in the final episode, when Wirt confronts the Beast to save Greg's soul. Therefore today, we're going to examine this scene in relation to Wirt's character arc as our next stop on the Scenic Route. To understand why Wirt confronting the Beast works so well is understanding Wirt's character up to this point. Wirt is paranoid, anxious, and overly analytical. At the start of his journey as the Pilgrim, he cannot help but put too much thought into every situation and its potential consequences. For example, his complete inability to convince himself that he is well liked by his friends stunts him in asking Sarah out, being so afraid of his own feelings that he sees his gravest secret being his crush on Sarah.
Well, I have this crush on this girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
That's all?
However, it's thanks to these exact characteristics that when Wirt is forced to directly confront the Beast, he is able to overcome being manipulated. Because Wirt is used to analysing every situation a little too much, when offered to carry the lantern to save Greg's soul, he, on instinct, reads into the deal that the Beast is offering him. And he realises something that no one else has realised.
Wait, that's dumb.
He sees the nonsensical nature of the Beast's offer, and through this understands the true nature of the Dark Lantern. By simply being himself, Wirt is the only person to ever beat the Beast. The huntsman, while courageous in physically fighting the Beast, was tricked by his own grief and depression into doing its bidding. And Greg, while endlessly hopeful and optimistic, was tricked by his own naivety into working until his own exhaustion. Wirt's naturally pessimistic nature, while it may have doomed him to lose hope before, saved him in a direct confrontation with the Beast, as it meant he was able to resist manipulation. The traits that define Wirt, and that he has always seen as a negative, and have previously held him back, become the key to his and Greg's survival. In this scene, rather than letting his emotions control him as they have often done before, he controls them in a way that works to his advantage. And so, we see here Wirt's true transformation into the Pilgrim. By beating the Beast and saving Greg's life, Wirt becomes the idealised version of himself that the tavern folk sang about. He is more self-assured, confident in his abilities, and while still the same unintimidating guy he was before, is able to adapt to a situation without doubting himself. In this one scene, we have Wirt's entire transformation from an anxious teenager into a self-assured pilgrim shown to us, and so the reason Wirt and Greg are finally able to free themselves from the unknown. While this scene works fantastically as a demonstration of Wirt's character arc, I wanted to discuss it in another way as well. That being how it demonstrates Over the Garden Wall as a contemporary adaptation of Dante's Inferno. In the finale of Inferno, Dante and Virgil descend into the centre of hell, frozen over and barren, only to come across Satan himself. Satan, multi-headed and monstrous, is trapped within the frozen wasteland, forced to consume the souls of the lost and the damned. Dante looks upon the true nature of the terrifying beast and sees it not as a thing of fear like it was before, but as nothing more than sad and sorrowful, leaving it behind out of pity. By adapting the finale of Dante's Inferno in this way, particularly into the crescendo of Wirt's character arc, Over the Garden Wall is able to justify Wirt's growth over the space of 2 hours. In the face of everything Wirt has seen and done in the unknown, fighting a gorilla, playing in a band of frogs, and defeating an ancient spectre, the beast is just another trial he must face. He has already done so much despite his own self-doubts, that the beast is not fear-invoking as it was before, but now that it can be seen plain is sad and pitiful, literally a beast desperate to ensure its own survival. So that's why I think Wirt confronting the beast is one of the best scenes in cinema. It is a fantastic demonstration of Wirt's character growth on his quest for self-assurance. He is not held back by his defining traits, but rather how he lets them influence him. And on top of that, it's also a great showcase of using adaptation for a new narrative purpose. And with that, thanks for coming to this stop on the Scenic Route. Till next time.